Good morning, Alhaji Alpha Khan, Chief, and welcome to the program.
Hey, good morning,
Teacher.
Asma.
All right. Well, like I don't tell you now, Alhaji Alpha Khan, now a seasoned politician. We want to know, generally how you don't do Alhaji Alpha Khan because I remember the last year we get to know and some long years, like 2 or so years ago, where we know get you now radio democracy. So how you don't do over the years?
Good morning, Asma. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, me people, them. I'm glad if you come back now after nearly 5 years. The last time I came here, I've been 2018, just before they announced the results of the last elections, where we not been win. And when we lost the election, I go back na Potloko. I go sit down. Because the people, they say, we do clean, you go to farm, you go work. We even 10 come, you go home. So when I been come Freetown, na farm I come, I been come work. So 2018 come now, even 10 begin. So I turn back home, let the net not catch me in the road. So when I go, I do it with my people then. And before I been go, we on government, we don't de-amalgamate most of the chiefdom them, and also create 2 new districts. We one na Karine district and then Falaba district. We make the north, they split them into 2 regions. The northeast, and then we get the northwest, Usayade. And the northwest, na Cambia, Potloko, and Karine. But as you can see, the reason for being split down there is because chiefdoms them in there and are still there. We really so underdeveloped that you not compare with other chiefdoms at all. So when they put all the chiefdom here together, you get a district called Karine, then you get a region called the Northwest. We don't turn out for be the least developed this region, Sierra Leone. And for that make President Julius Maada Bio say, you know one for lay it did for 5 years, you know make any difference to the Northwest. So he decide for choose me or ask me for make I go work for me people them so that I go join them by in development project them where he get for move the Northwest go before.
Right. So before we can talk about the plans where you get for move the Northwest go before under the current government, let we look at you as the APC member. What's your position or your situation na the APC?
I'm a member of the APC, ordinary member of the APC, like anybody else. I'm one of the 200,000 members of the APC. I'm not part of the executive. Me not a part of the executive. Me a member of the ordinary member. I deal with the rank and file at the APC.
All right. Alhaji Alpha Khan, answering this question, draw me to the question again. Where so many Sierra Leonean them don't ask since your appointment for serve under President Bio in government. Most people they ask the question say, Honorable Alpha Khan still like a member of the APC. He just go serve in people under President Bio in government. After everything, they come back in party.
I'm glad you asked that question and give me the opportunity today.
Go ahead.
For let people understand within a governance. In Sierra Leone, we get constitution. We see you have a parliament, an executive, and a judiciary. All they were separate and independent, which means the executive, headed by the president, is independent of parliament. Parliament is independent of the executive, and also the judiciary, they on their own. They are the chief justice, now the leader. The executive, now president, the leader. And then the parliament, now the speaker of parliament, headed by the clerk of parliament. Now, the constitution says, let we gather and organize the people into parties for mold them political opinion, which means na club they will form. You form a club, we get our own club who we call the APC, other one get a own club we then call the SLPP, and then other one in there we na NGC, UNPP, PDP, they all. But these are all just clubs. Now the people that we go inside and make them get strength. So for now, the most important club then at Sierra Leone, now the APC, the SLPP, and the NGC. The other one them, na paper for some more, and a symbol.
So after you don't
they come and learn it.
Okay.
So when you there for you support any of those parties, you join one of them, means you become a member. The members of those parties, then they ask them people for vote them into parliament and into the council. When they don't vote now, you go parliament, you do notice say there is a line between what you call opposition and what you call government. That's the line of divide in parliament. President and executive not they inside under. So the one day where they run the government, they're not deep on division. Now that make the constitution say if you did parliament, they make you minister, you for resign as parliament, which means when you did a government, you don't for belong to no party. When you did a government, you don't for belong to no party. The constitution very clear. You give up your seat in parliament so that they go bring you parties and business kind of government we in there for run the country. And when you did there, you did work for Sierra Leone. The similitude for that is the FIBA, where FIBA. It's the way they go play in Cameroon. They been get for form the national team. Kista been get for pick in team. But it not been just pick them from one team, premiership or even first division. It pick them from Bombali, it pick them from even Bamo Eluma, it pick them from Kakwa Rangers, so we then call Nabu Rangers, it pick from Baibure Warriors, it pick from Wusum Stars, it pick from Kambuyi Eagles, Diamond Stars. They all came together. Normally, they play against each other and they fight. But when they join, then go Cameroon, we see how they come together for work for Salon. That is government. And that is led by the president. So when they pick you from any teams they can join, you are joining the team of Sierra Leone, the government of Sierra Leone. So only that the captain of that team today, Naina President Dr. Julius Maada Bio. So if we want for winner, if we make sure we all work with him, just like the last time when we go now Cameroon, I think it was Umaru Bangura or something like that, who was captain. But all man came Kamara, all come Kenema, Mohamed will come Obamoy, and other people. They all play to the best of their ability for letting go win, and that is why I joined this team when they called me from my own team because they still say I will play. I joined the national team.
Now that you don't answer the question, say you just can't join President Bio in team for Leone all work together and develop the country. It's safe for say after you don't work, you go back na your own team?
Not necessarily. Like I tell you, I don't sit down for 5 years, nearly 5 years. They don't pick me in my team. They don't pick me at all. When I think say the crime have been committed now for grab say I want for be presidential candidate.
You think say that na
I say it might be a crime. Because from that 10 day, I see say then they ostracize me within the party's hierarchy.
How so?
They'll keep you aside. Meetings and all they call you, nothing and they do. When we go McKinney and I get the symbol, the NAC under the chairmanship of then President Anes Kuruma decide for renew the executive without voting for them, select them. Then renew everybody except me. I be National Publicity Secretary. I the only person where President Kuruma dropped in 2017. And from that time, I don't sit on a bench. I dey wait. Nobody know they call me. Then they hold meetings. Then they practice. Then they do friendly matches. All those things. And then I call them then by-elections. Now we call friendly matches. Pam politics. Then they call me. You go there safe. Then go fend them. But they made a halap at you and all them kinds of stuff. So I stayed away. I sit on with me. People there put local. I did do me farming for 5 years nearly. Nobody no call me. And I'm getting rusty. Because player, we practice, they rusty. So when President President Julius Maada Bio called me, say, Bo, these you people in there, I need a player for keep this wing in the Northwest. I don't get left winger for Salon Stars. Come, I know say you've been able to play this side. But I agree for good. Why? Because in Northwest, For playing a me on wing, also all man sabi me, the pikin sabi me, the mammy then sabi me, the granny then nobody know play me foul day. Oh.
All right.
So now they make them pick me for the day. And I'm happy to do that. Another work there at the pan. I go play for Sierra Leone. Not necessarily say if they sack me now, I'll go back. Because it don't look like say APC wants me. Oh. For 5 years I don't sit down.
So let me look at the question we just answered. We Khadija ask you whether or not you will go back now the APC, and you say not necessarily so, which means you head towards being an official party member of the SLPP.
I am a statesman at the moment. I'm playing for Sierra Leone. I don't old. I'm getting to my retirement. Now, a person give me opportunity for work. I dey work for Sierra Leone. Maybe sometime I don't go rise above party politics. Maybe I don't rise above club membership and all that kind of thing. Because the older people, like we so, now we for they look at the welfare of the younger people. We still didn't then club them for guide them.
This person, when you say give the opportunity, when our president's bill for serve now the Salon Stars, as you call them.
Leone Stars.
Oh, Leone Stars, as you call them. Now one person where during you heydays na the APC, you make so many comments about where you not believe in leadership, and you not even fits for be president of this republic.
I never say that.
Change.
No, I never say that.
But you not be believing in leadership.
I never say that. I say my own candidate better.
All right.
So make lead Sierra Leone than him.
All right.
Because we were looking for a chief executive to head Sierra Leone. We don't look for a chief driver for Sierra Leone. So we look for the always Sabi drive the most. The one be used, now we own candidate. I say, this one Sabi. But when the people then look, they see, na that man they license, now look better, then vote for him.
You not say that as an individual, but the party where you belong, and you be serve as national publicity secretary, and you hold so many titles and anything na party where people will be seeing come out criticize President Bio, then the way instead be the run for the same seat where una young candidates be the run. The APC na one party the way been criticized a lot, not believing in leadership quality. Them say it will be a better president. Now you serve under an administration. Trust na one where campaign leadership. You think say President Bio will give that kind of trust and chance for you work and deliver for the people in the Northwest?
The Northwest are the gateway to Sierra Leone. Very important region. I did the airport there, the Guinea border, where the closest to Conakry, from Cambia to Conakry, 100 miles. And it is a very important region. If President Bio no be feel say he go trust me, put me there. If the APC when they criticize him, not to Alpha Kanu criticize him. If it's a question like that, sometimes if you call one of them, we be criticized, you can't ask him. Yes, but that no me say so. I don't. When they call me now, I want to there in my criticism. Of course, tell me team more I mean they play with, all right? If we they play, like just look the football analogy. When they play, I didn't have my left wing. Somebody didn't at the right out, you go play foul. You go can't hold me. When they give yellow card, like the person will play foul. Those are the power we been inside the team. They not they give the whole team yellow card or red card for that matter. You understand? So I belong to the team. It is a team of individuals with the hope that we will win government in Sierra Leone. But when other people in Didi, all man getting style of play. So the style of play then different. If me being very personally critical of President Bill, not go call me. But I have never ever mentioned a word about his personality or what he did do for me now issues. What was necessary is get a good driver for Sierra Leone. At the time, I've been believing my own driver and I ain't the better one. But when I've been thinking, that we say, yes, President Bio is a good driver. That's why I'm working. Now, he make us sit down inside the Motukale drive.
Alhaji Alpha Khan, at that time, you believe, say, you own driver be better pass President Bio.
No, I don't say better. Time. I say be good. Sabi drive. All
right, it's Sabi drive. But so waiting change now and how you don't see in leadership in the last almost 4 years as president?
That is the best question this morning. Before the election even, we go lunch with manifesto na Miata Conference Hall. I was then publicity secretary and give me the manifesto there on the spot. Na me for lunch without having taken part in writing it. When they write the I mean, Apostle Sabi right too. They've not been called me when they write time. As I tell you, since McKinney 2017, they put me at the sideline with a man called ostracized. So they just go give me for promote to the people there. I hold them, and they live through. But at the same time, when they listen to President Bio, they launch their own manifesto, na potloko. And then na yeri, they pronounce the first pillar in President Bio in manifesto is free education. Now I say, now I turn to we flag bearer then, because Mickey always call him a presidential aspirant. I say, oh man, Osamu, you don't hear na put local. Waiting and say, they say free education. I say, how go counter this? Now I say, oh, we have international competitiveness. Now I say, I say, me don't know able to talk about. I say, but free education, all man they understand them. And let me tell you why I was freaked by that. I go to school in the 1960s, primary school. Now Port Loco, SLC school, Sierra Leone Church. Before then it was called Church of England. At that time, school fees now be 8 shillings and 4 pence. Where it became 84 cents in 1964. Then it changed to Leones. Now we've been a pay. But every time, now very few boys and girls they see me in a class, we don't know the drive for go home for school fees. Some of us have to go back to the village. Go help the people for sell cucumber, for sell this, for that, for get that 8 shillings and 4 pence for campaign. Some will stay there for a long time. They can't come back because they never reach that 8 shillings and 4 pence. So a lot of good people, some are better than myself, couldn't make it in school because of access, because of educational fees. They don't get school fees. One of them, Nami Monica, the name where they use as apprentice Okupelele. Okupelele was one of my friends
So
who was in class. Yes, admire him. He was a very brilliant man in class. Sometimes they beat me safe. He sabi play football, now be left man. He able run, and they do with mile. He able for do sprint. He was like everything, like Usain Bolt. The way he gonna feel na like a Pele. And then he was smart in class. But believe me, he dropped out of school for 8 shillings and 4 pence. And he became an apprentice. Then he became a driver. He did put loco. I see him every day. And I'm sorry for him, but now he make her take the name in sympathy. I say, but for the grace of God, me say before be apprentice Okupelele. Because of the transport, the school fees. Now, where this pardon can remove school fees, there will be very, very few Okupeleles. And in fact, if we see person, we keep him picking. He go turn into apprentice, he no go school. That person they will the whole time. Because even the apprenticeship now, the government they open which is called technical vocational schools. We they send people for go like. So that make I've been calling myself Okupelele. Now school fees, no, they not they pay. You don't help the mommy them, you don't help the pa them, you don't help everybody. For me, it's an excellent, I think it's the best policy this season. Don't run Pandatin Day. It is the best one. We'll hold on to that first. Singapore, you heard about Singapore? You don't see pictures where they pass on the internet, when they compare Singapore in 1964 and Sierra Leone. The pictures of Singapore, when you see it on the internet, they come to a big, this is an important subject, a big. 1964, when they put 1964, you put Singapore, you put Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone was advanced. 1964, now been pan body in Singapore. Now put them 2000. Let you see Singapore. You find past New York, but we still get the same building them, Nakotin Tree. We've been there in 1964, that same picture. So, but what did they do? They not get diamond, they not get gold, they not get nothing. The only thing they had was water for the seaport and people. They train them, people, they teach them. Japan is the same.
All right, we go.
Japan has stone no more did.
All right.
Diamond no did do, gold no did, iron ore no did. But they are the top, second largest economy in the world because of the people who then build up. So for me, education is the bedrock of development for a people.
Continue for the between the program, Alhaji Alpha Khan. We still there on you, former APC, before we can to the work. Also, you party people and plenty people believe say you disappoint the APC party.
Now the APC disappoint me.
How?
But Adekam, before I go there, like you, one wise word. Aristotle, I say, if you get a vision for 1 year, you plant grass and a rest. If you get a vision for 10 years, plant trees. If you get a vision for a lifetime, educate children. Now you make for me education, fix me. Now to come to the question for say APC, I disappoint them. Ask them. Would that have been the best advocate for APC? Not to talk no more. Would that have been the best person who really put everything I had, myself, my family, my shoes, my clothes, my money, me everything into APC for let we succeed 2007. In 2007, let people they know today. Nobody said it. Me Alpha Kanu, me not be businessman. Get me airlines, I get everything. I contributed to that election $250,000. Me Alpha Kanu. Nobody not talk him. And I know say one day tell person. That's why they have to chime in and put local for the flag bearer and I talk him. Then in 2008, we just come as we cancel. You know, so we get local government election. We're not being get money. I put another 100,000. 350,000. Bulk money. I not say the one I use now for campaign food. I have never asked for a penny from the party office for help me campaign or come somehow put local or anywhere for that matter. I commit myself, I commit my life, I commit me everything where I get. For let we succeed, and we did. And I within Panam, up to the point, I think so when I interviewed me now one time. They asked me when I've been the run for the nomination. When I asked me, say if they know you, the symbol, which you think say APC go win, I say no. I say APC not go win. I say pass then give me. And I meant it. Because I did at the background. I did at the front line. I did at the middle. I didn't have the sidelines of the field. I did so. I don't look at them. I don't grab. I don't fly over the field. Like an overseer. I see everything. I knew the only person who been for able to succeed at that time, 2018, President Nkrumah, not being myself. I don't want to sound immodest. And that's why I put myself forward to save the party and to save it. But I tell them, I say, if you not put me, I say, nobody not go, you know. And I said it on TV, I said it on radio. So now I put myself all. Now this thing has to now, when we go making, I was surprised. When they not call me anything. Even to the point that when they renew the executive, me Alpha Kanu, when I've been the National Publicity Secretary. Now me one great name they remove. Look at the executive today, from 2017 October 14 to now, if me name today. So they didn't read me. Will people then get sing? Pantem, allow me to sing it, please. Will people then say, Batman mo kino gbe mo itokone mo pa imami itokone lo mo today aloma suma ananta suma aloma suma ambala suma aloma suma. What happen? They say if you get two wives or two men, one not like you. It's if you sit down. You say, "Oh, I'm going to come." So I sat down for 5 years and I did not lobby for this job. I don't ask nobody. Never, ever. Even when I see me, they pass with vice president, I have never told him I want to work. When they call me for NACOVAC, because the sick men, they come, and I played a very key role in Ebola, and I knew what I did and what I'm in for do. I even built 2 hospitals in Port Loko on my own in Ebola. Then call me, say, come. I say, Allah help, because I was afraid that I too was going to die if Corona came inside Sierra Leone. So I joined that one day. So when the VP called me, say, the one for the one for CU, I went there, we go offer me this job. I say, Pana, the best you do for me, I they go work for me people. I don't need to move anywhere. If APC say me disappoint them, say let them search themselves, let them search their souls.
Alhaji, do? Alhaji, you sound vexed with the APC party.
I am not. I'm just disappointed.
So when they appoint you, you talk earlier and say you're not still member and inclusiveness.
I am.
Hold on. So you're not inclusiveness if only you can serve for the people of Sierra Leone.
Exactly.
So when you get the appointment, you be informed or you be tell the leadership of the party?
When I was first informed that I was going to be appointed NACOVAC, I write to them. I say, and they call me for go serve. That letter they did it. And I still like serve the NACOVAC. When I did a NACOVAC, they give me other job. Now promotion, now the same job. So the letter I've been done send is still serve because I'm still serving the government.
When last year former President Koma talk?
I don't remember. I think it's from 2018. No, I sent him a happy Christmas message this year. Last year, I sent a happy Christmas.
I respond.
I just say, and you too.
All right.
Yeah.
In politics.
Well, that was the first one, huh? But I've come from 2017, 18, I sent a happy Christmas. I know they sent them. But this time, you know what I did? I did my first I sent to. Because, let me tell you about the family. Mrs. Kuroma and the children, they love Uncle Alpha. They love Uncle Alpha. So when I send the message to my Misia, he replied immediately. Now I said, tell the party, I send message for Amo. So I sent him a message. I said, Merry Christmas. Now he just said, and to you too. At least that was the first time. So that broke the ice. So if you say we stay our last talk, now December 25, 2021.
Continue
on WhatsApp.
But quickly, Mr. Minister, let me look at the statement where you make where the president be there now can be at this weekend. Also, you say the SLPP now the only party we don't allow Team Liman for head them party. What do you mean by that?
Okay. I just go back to Genesis, the beginning, when the Sierra Leone people consciousness gap in the early 1950s for letting them form themselves into political organizations for fed colonialism, peacefully for independence. One of the very first parties we then formed have been the Sierra Leone People's Party, which are all Monday. In fact, the very first people that we formed on the 27th of April, 1951, have been Paramount Chief Jaya Kaikai of Pujeung, Paramount Chief Alfred Bokari Samba of Jawe Chiefdom in Kailaun District, Paramount Chief Alikali Modu III, our own Paramount Chief in Mafoki, Potloko District, and then you get Paramount Chief Kenewa Gamanga of Simbaru Chiefdom. You get, that's Kenema District. You get then Palansana Kamara, Kwenadugu. He was not a Paramount Chief, but the Paramount Chiefdom, they select him for represent him because he was well educated at the time. I've been a pharmacist, Palansana Kamara. And then Paramount Chief R.B.S. Koka of Bo District, Jimmy Bagbo. And then PC by Pharma Tas, the second. This now been the organizer. Now he called this meeting, now informed, because he called him company for lead, for form the party. And he was the one that they made the first leader of the SLPP. In effect, I have been the first chief minister. But he wanted a statement, he had to leave his position as paramount chief. And he's a very traditional man. Tolu Bangura then Papa. I say no, he know the left paramount chieftaincy for prime minister, which is ephemeral because now 4 or 5 year business they go. Well, the chieftaincy now forever. He said the left and the chieftaincy. So he stayed there, and then Sir Milton, my guy, took over. But you see the lineup where I show you. I forget Paramount Chief Almami Dura, the second of Binkolo Limbaman.
All right.
Now they all from the SLPP. We show you see the SLPP was for everybody, and an equal opportunity party at the time, and I believe it still is. So that equal opportunity they spread onto everybody. So Timni Man don't lead them. Timni Man don't be deputy prime minister. Even Timni Man and cousin, they show them. Alhaji Ahmad Tijan Kaba from Bulum, don't be president of the same party. So, ban Islam. We get to the very first surah, we then call Surah Al-Fatiha. The 2 last verses say, Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim. Oh Lord, show us the right way. Sirat al-Lazina and Amta alayhim. The right way to which you have guided those who you have chosen. So for me, for important for anybody, for always pray for the right way.
Now let we can look at you work as resident minister for the Northwest region. The Northwest region, according to how the politics na London they play, now one pan the APC stronghold them. What are your strategy for redeem this particular region and get back to the Salon People's Party where they serve under now?
You see, now, Partners Kuruma, my boss, then, I may say, they say, for win elections, not to by turn, but not by how you work. For win people over, therefore work for them.
Earlier, Khadija asked you about the plans and where you get for make sure say you redeem the Port district since as you self know you get some tough people in the way they now the APC party, but now that you don't go now they serve under the SLPP, I believe say you go want for continue for serve day waiting how you plans them where you get for that district. Say.
Thank you very much. SLPP now get plans. Government now get plans. I repeat, just no say, President Kuruma been say, person about how you work, and so people they pay you. And me, the first thing we President Bio do for we at the Northwest is that we not been vote for him better. And if you know say, at that time, you know we get better vote there. In 2012, you take with sister, Kadisi, you make her running mate. 2018, you take with brother, Jules de Jallo, you make her running mate. God make them can win. So you see, we people they say, if you go some side, you go look for it, man. You know, Siam. God go give you Sherry and you go take him first. So we take him because now love is show to we. For let he go give you vice presidency, even when we did not vote for him. And vice presidency is the second gentleman in the country. And we don't see the difference. The amount of intervention with Vice President Jules de Jallo, they do in the Northwest, is unimaginable. And then the kind of developments we don't go there. First of all, they're just finishing a 100-bed hospital in Port town. The airport, the new terminal. You go big like Kotoka Airport. Go and see it. Oh yes, go and see it at Lunge. Seeing is believing. Go cooler vision. Needs no proof. Go there. Now look at this side where you enter from the ferry. No, that's not it. Not a clean and the clean. It's a new building altogether on the other side of the runway towards Port Loco. Go and see it. You think say when I go down, I go think say they go to Kotoka Airport. Then is the Nasungo Yasu safe now. 3 new factories already operating. Yesterday I stopped Nasungo. When I'm a color, I stopped now I'm bearing. Now the woman they talk, she said, we tell God thank you. He said the thief don't reduce with the young man them. He said them factory are there. A lot of them they work there now. And by the time they can't even tell them, they don't tire. And then get waiting in this. So nobody knows they go harass anybody again. So that is happening. The bauxite mining is just about to kick up in Port Loco. The Marampa mines don't kickstart already. We visited about 3 weeks ago. Me, Minister of Mines, Minister of Finance, the NMA, Matai, and all that. We were all there. We see the kind of work we didn't do. When they'll go in day, we make me I go study mining engineering. Throughout, from 1935 to 1975, we then close. Now, 40 years, they no ship reach 1 million tons of oil.
So Alhaji,
then people
because of time,
2 million tons now in this store. They are aiming to do 3 million tons. That is bringing money. Yes.
Where
Now they show you. Now by how you work.
Your personal contribution.
But that is it.
As you don't give yourself the title
AK-11,
AK-11,
the winger.
your personal
The winger.
Yes,
Yes.
like that wing they say they play.
Yes.
What you go do?
Well, that's what I'm telling you. These are the ones that I'm going to supervise. All them companies here, all them places where is now I go make sure to they supervise and deliver for the Northwest, that they employ local content, that they bring benefit into the country. When that happens, then I go don't wing the ball inside. Now I make them say winger. You know the green let ball go astray, let go over. You know the green, let leakage there. So that is what I'm doing. What is already there, we go put up. But what is not there, we are going to build new. We get that road for Tonko Limba from Cambia. Somebody is already working on it. I think Gento is working on it. That is a road that has been neglected for more since 1960. Nobody do anything on it. We did that road from airport to Conakry. That one is going to start very soon. We get the road. We go Samu from Cambia. Normally the people they say it take 3 hours for each Samu. We took 35 minutes. Because they don't widen the road. They don't open them, they don't greet them. They just get no hassle. So these are the things we are doing. The schools. And then, of course, the free education. Where we people and they get. So that we will get any more okupeleles in the place. All that will change dynamics. So the idea of stronghold, believe me, is ephemeral. Nothing will evaporate. It's volatile. It is only your stronghold when you work hard, they vote for you. Let me give you an example of what happened in England with the last Labour elections. There are strongholds in the north. Conservative. Boris Johnson took them all. There are seats. Will never change hands. But because of the delivery of the conservative, they take them over. So there are no strongholds. There are only your strongholds as long as you can continue to deliver to your people. But for now, VP Jules Jalo and in boss President Julius Maada Bio, then dip and deliver. And me Dede as the winger for the make sure say the things they will put for people for benefit, the benefit reaches the people. The agriculture.
Earlier we ask you about your position. Now the APC party, you say you just come for serve the people under President Bio in administration. Elections fastly they approach now, and you they serve under President Bio in administration. During the term for the campaigns, when they go don't declare campaign. You go campaign for the SLPP when a President Bio in party, or you go back to your party, the APC?
First of all, at the moment, with President Julius Maada Bio, he called me for help him. And how do I help him? For make sure say those development projects, those educational aims and achievements we want for let happen in the Northwest, I'll make sure say they carry on. That in itself is a way to show people say this government is delivering. Right? A day with Vice President Jules Jalo on that side. When the election comes, SLPP will have their own campaign team. APC will have their own campaign team. All right? If where they work for President Bio now, he say, go and talk to your people about this free education we are bringing and all that, I will do that. That is government. You understand? When the election team come, they will set up their campaign team. So I cannot predict what will happen. So, but the APC definitely they don't show say they don't want me.
You say
for 5 years, I don't see them.
You say that the APC party debut. If election come now, then call you back. You they go back?
And they go big?
You know they go big. You say that they debut. So
with all the cost, with all the cost and all the things, and you know things here I get some dignity and I worry about my family and all the things, and really. Isn't it better when I don't pass 70 and all that, I just become a statesman and they watch the young people, they go, would I able guide them? Yes. That no means say, I have given up my membership of the APC. And I send no resignation letter to them. And me no see inside the APC. You go hard for let person drive me.
All right.
For see drive me Alpha can you come out now? Now that's how they wait for them.
Trust very key to anybody in life for let people trust in you. From somebody just say you be the PDP.
That me?
Yeah.
Never.
Okay, so but from APC to now SLPP, like I say earlier,
You are making a mistake.
they work under the APS.
I'm working for the government of Sierra Leone, which happens to be led by the SLPP. You understand, no? I don't show. It's a pyramid. Take the government as the management team. All right? Parliament is the board of directors of a company. The people, now they own the company. When the people choose the parliamentarians, they choose their members in the board. Now they, all man, they get in argument. They make a show you there's a division. Then call on the aisle, left and right. But when they're done, they don't choose the managers who are technocrats. Government are technocrats. They don't put send it. They're not politicians. When they don't go inside it, they're technocrats. Therefore, deliver for the people. It's development oriented. They should not be partisan. So government is working for the people of Sierra Leone. After the election, the government belongs to the people of Sierra Leone. And it belongs to me too. I am part of that government. So are you. So is an Escoroba. He's part of that government. This government is working for him. This is what he said. When he first win the election, he said, I tell you, thank you. Una will vote for me. Una will vote for me. I tell you, thank you. I can't for work for all.
You just try for be diplomatic, but not just matter of time that you go soon be officially member na the SLPP.
Really, you na suit there, prophet
I'm asking.
See,
your appointment being carried with a special portfolio that you na resident minister Northwest on a cabinet rank.
Yes.
You get Chidi on a cabinet.
Yes.
How you don't they make sure say the immediate needs of people in the Northwest, you table them to President Bill so that they go incorporate their needs then they into in development agenda.
I am working on them right now. First of all, now peace is important in any chiefdom in any district. Now that they happen. Since I go there, they may get problems in Lunsar between the landowners and the company that I don't settle up. That was an intractable problem. We've been on there for time immemorial, and I don't solve them. That's not development. There were problems in Tambaka when I've been there, where they say soldiers and they go into people, their oaths and all that. They go. That I don't solve them. Then on Wednesday, I don't plan for good day together with maybe the brigade commander of the military and the AIG Northwest and Northeast, plus my own team, who are good enough for go settle that matter permanently. These are the things we are doing. The chieftaincies, as you can see, you want the way them you don't crown. God don't beg President Kuruma, President Bio, don't go give them, then staff. This Wednesday we passed the 23rd. The only we don't get on it, they are working through it. Very soon that could done. When you don't clear those chieftaincy issues, then you don't get peace. On the foundation of peace, development will come. And when development comes, you go win elections.
In April, the Salon People's Party go to celebrate 4 years in governance.
Yeah.
Like I start for talk, seasoned politician. In 4 years of President Bio in leadership, how you could describe what he be say he offer to the people of Sierra Leone?
When I start this discussion, I tell you, say for me, the most important pillar we've been there by President Bio in manifesto, we actually freak me as an individual, not that of free education. And on that score, I know say don't deliver. It continue for deliver. 22% of the GDP now, gross domestic product, is channeled towards education. And at the Siam, we were in Cambia, we went to Binle, we went to Dixon. The chief he said the school enrollment is high. He said, but we have high retention rate. He said, because nobody know the fallout. Why? Because the school feeding system, the school feeding program is also attached to this. He said, picking and they go school, one for go land, but at the same time, then they get food. We go now, Dixon, the same thing we were told. So people are happy. And when you want to develop, as I told you just now, Aristotle say, when you want to develop for a lifetime, you educate children. And that is what he is doing. So for me, if not that, no more say if you don't do. Believe me, you don't get me for belief say you don't deliver. Let I tell you, very remote, very rare for let them consider we in a Port Local district for say we are top in any exams. But this year we were. The WASC exam. The school called Murialdo in Lonsar. Adi come please. Now we take first. And we have the top candidate in the whole country. He got 8 A1s, all in science. Well, And this is because people can get access to education. Can you imagine if that young man will get this, get problem for school fees, get for left school first, go fend money for campaign, it would have hurt him. So even here in Lonsara and in Port Loko, we are feeling it. So I believe people in Bompe are doing the same. People in Sulima are doing the same. People in Kabbalah are doing the same. So for me, the free education, it permeates throughout society. Mama or papa or Pikino, all man feel the
4
impact.
years of President Bio in governance, in critique them, they describe that 4 years, they say, enable it for deliver all the manifesto promise them. You just join in administration. Waiting at your support for ensure say it try for deliver some of the manifesto promises.
Well, I don't tell you waiting bring me inside. And I'm going to follow that. So for me, as long as you are able to deliver on that side, when you don't educate, you're able to find everything else for yourself. When you educate, you're able to learn work. When you educate, you're able to work, you earn money. If you're sick, you're able to go to hospital. And all that kind of thing. That is the basis. So those who are saying that he has not delivered, they have to say it. Because they want his seat. They'll say it. All right? But then you will get your mind and your own brain, you go able to process that information and say, then people are they misleading me or are they telling me the truth? Now you get for discern, for choose whether everything is they say or which you see are important. But which we say in the Pantimni, they say, Kalaneka unifit, Tagbong. We blind man say, you want stone you, you go to mass stone. So what I try to say here is that determine according to yourself, your own thought. President Bio don't do something very good for you. Tell me how many children you have. I know sometimes you're in a private school, then go to go. But however, I don't ask my picking the both school, and that is free education. That's why they enjoy. That's why they pay school fees. First they pay boarding fees. Now they're free.
People you
see?
Follow.
So
people who don't follow Alhaji Alpha Khan in political life throughout. Don't they describe you to they see you not been one part APC them propaganda machine them. During the days of the APC, you be the media houses to media houses because you be the serve as government spokesman. They talk about the agenda, the manifesto promises.
Agenda for change.
The manifesto promises they wanna be made by then. Now that same wing day, or that same role they will can play now again for President Bio in government we serve under, because I just hear you did try for talk about the free quality education on a 1 flagship program them.
President Bio get a party. The party has its structure. In that structure, there's a publicity wing. There are people who will be doing that. President Bio getting cabinet. In that cabinet, there's a Minister of Information and Communication. There is a government spokesman. And there is the Directorate of Communication. They're able to do all that.
Alhaji, I ask you this question. I know say all them people and they exist, then get enroll them. But this working visits where the president just come out do na Cambia district,
Yes.
everybody see the role where you play. You now be one of the
I was the host.
Yes.
I was the host.
So then people that we just name then they exist, but you seem for they take their job there now.
No, because it was a visit to the Northwest. Now me we go visit. Now me people we go visit. So me stranger, I get for take them around, go show them. But I get good stranger when I look am. This stranger will come. Now this he bring. Now this he bring. Now this he bring. If where they go say well, pa, we say we go samba you when the time comes. So I believe say that is what you do when you get a host. Now you when you get a stranger, you're not host. Now that's what they do in the Northwest. I mean I've been the host, and of course I get for sure to meet people and tell them what you're capable of doing.
You don't play your role as the host, and most people, if I can say you critique them, still believe say your appointment for serve under President Mayor administration, you come as a spy.
For what? For spy for who?
For the APC.
No, be means you can spy for America or Russia. I don't tell you say APC don't rep me. If I spy, say who I get information to.
But you just
Officially, I have no position in the APC.
You need forget a position for be a member of the.
When the time comes for vote, if I decide I vote for them,
but
if I decide if I vote for
same
vote.
one talk now and say the APC no go drive you.
No, they cannot. No, what I say is I had a position there which made me important, relevant in the management of the APC and in the propaganda of the APC. Now I know the day. So why would I want to be a spy for anybody? Then if they want spies, they have them. They have a lot of them. They don't need Alpha Khan for letting them do that. The people they go put local, they even tell me I do. They know they passed my house from 2018. None of them ever stepped inside me.
Vex?
No, vex. Me, if I go Makini, I'll go tell President I do. Oh yes, President Kuruma. But when they come to put local, they ask for myself.
Let me ask you if not vex, you vex.
No, I'm not vex. I just take things as it is. You see, relationship, not two-way. If you love, the other person not love, it's a waste of time for beginning to push. Not two-way. Two-way street. And me, I don't reach out, don't reach out, I don't reach out, I don't reach out. If they come to the point that they can't put local, they know they visit me and they tell me I do, that means they know it's my business. So I sit down.
Earlier, Asma be
feel
asking.
humiliated. For too many people then.
Earlier, Asma be asking about the issue of trust. And also, aside trust, honesty na one thing. Although una politician, then most people can describe una say una not honest.
Yeah, until we are the punch bag of the population.
But now you all very critical in both the APC and President Miowi they serve now, because officially you say nobody no go drag you na the APC party. How honest you be for serve under this administration for ensure say they succeed and the people of Sierra Leone renew their mandate to them give them in 2018?
You put a ballot box tomorrow. As it stands, President Biogo win. That I tell you.
Why you say so?
Because of all which he don't do and which I don't tell you so. And
Which
the other
are
things.
The
Pointers, the most important pointer for me are education and the peace where they reign in the country. You know, say, class we as the fourth most peaceful country in Africa. Do you know that? And I think we're the first in West Africa. So, for let you get that kind of point.
Bye.
Yeah, well, by the UN's agencies, where they grade them, and you know that. I mean, if you read in the internet, they'll tell you. Okay, we've been rated to be a very peaceful country. And I went to Lunsar. One of the Witsman the way they Italian company. It was one of the very most peaceful countries I've been into. The one the way they work there. And it's coming from a stranger. It's unsolicited. And peace for me, now the foundation for development.
All right. We'll try for wrap up the program now. But quickly, before you go, 2007, during the Leone the campaign for bring back the APC, now power, people maybe they follow you then tending with your other brother then from Putloko. They know how the dynamics been there for pull Putloko from the SLPP those days. And now 2023 election they come. Then go see AK11, Alpha Khan, they playing at the other side of the table. How you and your brother then they get for do in the campaign, because you try for redeem the Northwest now and bring them over to the SLPP again.
You're still insisting that I will be in the campaign team.
I'm not insisting.
Sometimes they're not going to pick me for the campaign team. If they do, if they ask me for make I join them for campaign and I believe they are able, I will. Now, if my brother then see me, they play on the other side, then they come out too. Because they know see me where I hold the ball, nobody will stop me. That is the problem. They know me and I know them.
So you're not the chief.
I know their weaknesses. And they know my strengths. If we go meet up any side, me and them, I will not be the loser. They know that.
It's not
like
a challenge.
Northwest. No, it's not a challenge. It's a fact. It's a fact. Without being immodest, I know that today, at the Northwest, me and them, at the moment, they're not able to challenge me. Because me today, they're not good and they go. They live in Freetown. They live in the diaspora. Now, when election they come, they come. Me, I don't do this since 2017. 5 years. And before that, from 2013, from Ebola, I did it. So it's 9 years. So you see, I deal with me people them all the time. Like I tell me people them, I don't turn back home. Even time don't come. Free turn I woke up in can work na farm. We even time don't come. I don't turn back for go sit on a house. Let's go meet me in a house now.
Alhaji, you actually comfortable for work for the Salon People's Party?
I'm working for the government of Sierra Leone. You are very smart. I have told you that the party
So
and
you're
the
comfortable
government
for work for
are
the
distinct.
government of Salon?
Oh, very much so. Headed by the, President Julius Maada Bio. Very, very comfortable. I am very comfortable and supported by Vice President Julde Jallo.
So we keep for the ask you role in 2023 elections.
And they did
We know they say you didn't have the campaign team, not at all, but you get work, and hopefully the work good day take to that end day 2023. So how you get for play the role as minister, no as you don't until then call me for campaign, or you will actually do your work for either maintain your job or you go back to the APC and go help them for support for campaign.
Elections not they stop government from working. If anything, the election period in Sierra Leone are 3 months in every 5 years, 90 days. During those 90 days, when they don't prorogue, as they use that big English, then lock parliament for let people then go. The 90 days before the election. So, during those 90 days, government for run. In those 90 days, Northwest forget the water, Northwest forget the roads, the hospitals for run, another minister, I'll still be delivering on those things. And if that means working for government and working for President Bio, that is what I'll be doing. Election not stop the running of government. So I will be working for the government. And working for the government, as you know, is also working for President Bio, who happens to be the leader of the SLPP.
Right. You just say you dey work for the government, we not the SLPP government. You trust the SLPP government over the APC?
There is no comparison because we only have one government at any time. Today in our SLPP government day. We're not talking about the APC government. They don't pass. Now in our SLPP government day, and I trust them. So comparison between them and the APC, if you're asking me about the performance of the APC then and the SLPP now, it's even not correct. You know, right? Because they were in 4 years, they don't do. APC within a government for 11 years. You cannot compare apples with oranges. They have had 11. We have had 11 years. They are now 4 years. They don't get. So you can't compare them. Which one don't get 11 years? Then we put them year by year. Which the old man don't do. Then you can compare would have do better or not. So, they need to do the same.
So how the Northwest they do in terms of security? Another area they
security, no problem. Security is good. Like I told you, we get small disturbance in Tambaka. We don't send this, so the soldiers and police who had gone there for go maintain order and don't withdraw them, they know they hamburg anybody. So we did it now.
All right.
The Northwest is secure.
Thank you very much. Honorable Alhaji Alpha Kanu, Resident Minister for Northwest.
Khadija, go on, let you clarify, Kanu or Kan? Which one?
My name is Alhaji, first my birth name is Alpha Bakar Said Kanu.
Okay.
Kanu.
Kan. Okay.
But politics, now they give me the Kan. Alpha Kan is my political name. Just like I have been take apprentice. But for now...
Still you're not the apprentice?
No, we're not AK-11 now.
You don't give up the apprentice name?
No, but it was my name. So that it will always remain in history that I was, okay?
All right. All right, thank you very much.
AK-11, the navigator.
All right, AK-11, the navigator. Yes. Well, many thanks to you, Alhaji Alpha Kanu, Resident Minister North. All right, go ahead.
My people, them, na Potloko, Cambia, and Karen. On behalf of President Julius Maada Bio, I tell you, thank you for the reception. We Cambia give the president, we not make with shame. Una show and say, una love what they do, una glad for the free education, una glad for the roads they make, una glad for the lights they don't put na Mashaka. Then deja.
Right.
Mashaka don't light. And Cambia now, then they can build the generator station for make them give you light. So very soon, the whole of the Northwest go light like the Baltimore, Washington Parkway.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Alpha Kanu, Resident Minister for Northwest. Nice talking to you again after a long time. The conversation be really fun. Now they end the program. Good morning, Saloon for Tidion edition. Michael Sambula and Alex Torrance Coleman and then produce the program. DJ Lava give you technical support. Moses Kavora make una watch we live now Facebook page. Mina Khadija Bangura the wish you all a blessed day.
And so we 1.5 thousand viewers right now on Facebook. Yes, on 1.5 thousand followers on Facebook. Now we view this program. One for so many thanks to Una.